Hello, Kamato Class! Welcome back sa isa na namang pagtuklas ng aralin sa mathematics. For example, with this diagram, we wanted to know this person's position. We could use this formula to find out Our topic is measures of position for ungrouped data, more especially percentile. Previously, we worked on with quartile and decile. And this time, alamin natin kung ano itong percentile. The percentiles are the 99 score points that divide a distribution into 100 equal parts. Let us study this diagram. So, this is just a representation of the percentile. Mapapansin nyo, hindi naman siya hinati sa 100 equal parts, pero gusto kong i-emphasize that bago ang percentile 10, may percentile 1, percentile 2, percentile 3, percentile 4, percentile 5, percentile 6, percentile 7, percentile 8, percentile 9. That means to say, same way with in between percentile 10 and percentile 20, may mga percentile tayo dito. And so on. So with this is a specific part of the distribution. That's the reason we divided that into 100 equal parts. So ito lang yung ginamit ko as a representation. Another important thing when we talk of percentile, consider that we choose the 10th percentile. So it means to say that 10th percentile separates 10% or the lowest 10% from the other 90%. For instance, pinili natin ang percentile 14. So that means to say that the 40th percentile separate the lowest 40% from the other 60%. And same way with the other, if we choose percentile 90, that means to say that the 90th percentile separate the lowest 90% from the other 10%. So that's all about the idea what a percentile is. Another thing, when we already computed percentile 10, ibig sabihin daw nun, na-solve na rin natin ang decile 1 kasi percentile 10 is also equal to decile 1. Same with the others. So in other words, lahat yung magkakatapat na yan ay equal ang nagiging sagot. Okay, so this time around, alamin natin ano ang formulang ginagamit sa percentile. Ito naman yung formulang gagamitin natin sa percentile. P sub k is equal to k over 100 times n plus 1. Kung mapapansin natin, it's the same with quartile. Q lang ang ginamit sa quartile. 4 naman dito. D naman ang ginamit sa decile. 10 naman ang ginamit dito. Doon lang sila nagkaiba. So let us try to continue working with percentile. Using this problem, you are the 7th tallest student in a class of 10. So let us consider that these are the 10 students in the class. So if these are the 10 students in the class and you are the 7th one, so ikaw yung pang-pito, that means to say that 60% of your classmates are shorter than you. So ito yon. And that means to say also that puts you in the 17th percentile, since we are talking of percentile. If that's the case, maybe, at ito yung height of the students, then the percentile 70 is 1 and 73 meter. So, yan yung magiging percentile natin. But, of course, we will apply that using the formula. And let's start with the example. Okay, consider this. Find the 20th and 70th percentile of the following test score: 45, 44, 35, 38, 48, 32, 31, 46, 37. The things that we need to work on is to arrange the data in ascending order. Mapapansin mo, it's the same with quartile and decile wherein we arrange the data in ascending order. At ito yung ascending order ng data na ito. Okay, then the next thing that we will be working is to determine n. So, ang n, yung bilang ng data na ibinigay natin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so first thing that we need to work on is to determine the position of the percentile 20 since hinahanap natin yon. Dahil 20 yan, syempre ang gagamitin natin yung 20 over 100 times n plus 1. So yung k lang naman yung papalitan natin which is 20 and this is 20. Then we substitute 9 here sa n kaya magiging 9 plus 1 and 9 plus 1 that will be 10. 10 times 20 is 200 over 100 at pag divide ito that is 2. So, ibig sabihin, ang 2 ang position of percentile 20. So, titignan natin, gamit ang ascending order already, alin yung pangalawa, ang position 1 and 2. That means to say that percentile 20 is equal to 32. Okay, so I hope nasusundan natin. Let's have the 70th percentile. So, position of the 70th percentile, alamin natin. So, equals naman siya sa 70 over 100 times the quantity n plus 1. So, n is 9. Pinalitan lang natin. And 9 plus 1, that will be 10. 10 times 70 is 700 over 100. And 700 divide 100, that will be 7. So, ibig sabihin yung pang 7 naman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ito ngayon yung ating magiging percentile 70 is equal to 45. Okay, so sana nag-get natin. Yan ay kapag eksakto yung position na nasosolve natin. Ay paano kung decimal? Same way with quartile and decile. If it is decimal, we will be applying the linear interpolation. And let's start. Consider this. Find the 32nd and 87th percentile of the following test score of 15 students. 22, 25, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 22, 13, 8, 14, 10, 11, and 24. So, same process. We need to arrange the data in ascending order. So, ito ngayon yung ascending order. Kapag in-arrange natin yan from least to highest, so we have this. Then after that, one at a time, isosolve natin yan and we need to get first n. And n is 15 kasi 15 student tayo. Bilangin nga natin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Then after that, one at a time, isolve na natin in 32nd percentile. So, ang third position of 32nd percentile ay 32 over 100. So, multiplied by n times 1. Ang n natin ay 15. So, we will substitute it. Kaya magiging 15 plus 1. Then, we add this. Kaya yun ay 16. So, ito naman, ita-times natin. 16 times 32 over 100. And the result is 512. Kasi 16 times 32 is 512 over 100. 512, divide natin sa 100. And that is 5 and 12 hundredths. So, since this is decimal, at between 5 and 6 ang magiging position ng percentile 32, so hanapin natin yung pang 5th and pang 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So, 11 and 12 ang nasa position ng 5th and 6th. Then, we will be using the linear interpolation. So, obviously, ang first step natin, yung subtract the 5th data from the 6th data. Ito yon, 12 minus 11. And 12 minus 11 is equal to 1. Second step is multiply the result to the decimal parts. So ito yung result, 1 times the decimal part which is 12 hundredths. Pag tinimes natin yan, 12 hundredths din yung magiging sagot. Then move on with the third step. Add the result in step 2 to the 5th data. Ito yung result sa step 2. So, 5th data, ito yon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, yung lowest na lang. So, 11 yung lowest plus 11, that will be 11 and 12 hundredths. And that means to say our percentile 32 is 11 and 12 hundredths. Okay? So how about the second one, yung 87th percentile? So ang 87th percentile naman, gamit yung same given. So let's work on with this. Siyempre, 87 over 100 naman yung gagamitin natin times n plus 1. So n is 15 again. We substitute that. Okay, we have this. Then 15 plus 1, that will be 16. Then multiply 16 times 87 over 100. And 16 times 87 is 1,392 over 100. At pag dinivide yan, that will be 13 and 92 hundredths. Ibig sabihin, the position of percentile 87 is in between the 13th position and 14th position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 position. So we have this. So gamit ang linear interpolation, subtract the 13th data from the 14th data. 24 minus 22 equals 2. So then multiply the result to the decimal parts. Ito yung result, 2. Decimal parts is 92 hundredths. Pag minultiply, we have 1 and 84 hundredths. Then the third things that you need to work on is add the result in step 2. Ito yon, to the 13th data. So kung alin yung mababa ulit, pero pang 13th data rin yan. So we have plus 22. The result is 23 and 84 hundredths. That means to say the percentile 87 is 23 and 84 hundredths. I hope natuto tayo, kamato class, sa paghanap ng percentile. God bless us.